Holy. 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 Holy, Lila! Oh! Vladimir is from Pentos. Just saved the whole game. This overlay is crazy. Ashe first pick. We have Karma and Xin Zhao. I think Xin Zhao is a crucial champion here in this spot. This is Sheo's debut, guys, on Shifters. He is making a comeback. Prediction on the game? I don't know. My gut feeling is telling me the Shifters is going to win. I don't know why. They're going to go Ezreal, Xin Zhao, I think. They have to take Xin Zhao, I think. Ezreal, Seraphine. I think that you go Xin Zhao, Karma, and you have a good game, no? I do kind of like the angle of taking Seraphine, because I do think that winning games with Seraphine is way easier than with Karma. Karma is just not a champion that performs in Europe. Like, Karma is legit like 520 in win ratio. Let me pull that up. Weak against Seraphine, so it's Giga losing against Seraphine. 19 games, 26% win ratio. They even didn't take Karma, bro. They slammed fucking Lulu. In the LPL and LCK, we would just see straight up a Karma. Razor Convoy is a classic. When did Shio join Shifters? Literally now. Rumble went into 4-5, bro. Honestly, Shifters draft is kind of crazy. How well do you think the EMEA Masters teams are going to do? Honestly, they are fucking hungry, bro. And they have played online the whole year, bro. This is their element, bro. Like, the teams that are playing online have played online the whole year. It's best of 3? Yes, it's best of 3, Camellia. All right. Well, so far, it doesn't look any different from a regular fucking LEC game. No action. I think Rumble is ungodly broken. I say ungodly because it's been this way for fucking 3 years. 3 years, bro. What are we Wing? Nuke just mistimed his W. I'm used to Fnatic last 2 years to be super active early. What happened? They had Mickey X on the team. I think that Shifters should be a lot better with Shio, but what the hell does a comeback mean? I don't think they're going to do a top 6. Yeah, June as well. June, Mickey X are very aggressive players. And now we have Lospa. And Lospa is improving, but not at a rate that is satisfactory. This is an import after all. But let's see what he can cook. Los Patones. That's fucking horrible. Alright guys, let's do some commentary on the game.
Here we see Fnatic in their natural habitat, doing nothing in the early game, losing the first dragon. It is entirely okay due to the nature of their jungle. The champions become stronger as they reach level 6. Will they make a play? Or maybe Nuka-Cola? Or maybe Rooster? Or maybe a duck? Trimby crosses through mid lane to do what exactly? Why is Trimby showing on the mid wave? He is just stealing experience. Good job to Trimbini. Paddock, half HP, gets chunked while his support is on mid wave. Love that type of gameplay. My support is mid, so I will punish him by, of course, getting chunks to half. 8 minutes in. It's an online game and we still don't have first blood. What if both teams are Thanos fans and they're trying to keep the game perfectly balanced? Look at that, the gold lead there's no gold lead. It's exactly the same. One objective. Gold lead, exactly the same. How long can the game have the same gold on both teams? We're breaking records. Fnatic, tired from travel. Shifters, I guess Shio is also tired from travel. Bro showed up to the gaming house fucking 2 days ago. How awkward is it? So due to roster locks, the new arrivals are not allowed to play. Specifically Shio. Because he played for Team Heretics, so there's a roster lock, right? He can't play. You can sub in your academy players. But there's a roster lock. So people don't change the players mid-playoffs or whatever the fuck, right? With that in mind, Shio is now playing with his teammates while Bukara still needs to play the 2 remaining games Shifters have in the regular split. So Bukara is just in the room where most likely his teammates are either playing or Shio is playing. So he's just looking at them. Imagine as well, Shifters, they replaced Shio. They replaced Shio
To then have the jungle that replaced him hate your org and your coach and flame them publicly, and Ice doing the same, to then pay 200k for Bukada, to then go back to the jungler that you walked away from in the first place. This is some proper drama right there. All right. Item advantage for Razork. Shifters are going to be like, alert, alert. We have to walk away. Vi has an item advantage. And this is going to be the whole game. This is going to be the whole game, guys. We're just going to be doing this. Bloody with the flash. Couldn't dash out of it because he reacted too late. Bombaclat he did. Melee with the TP. I will not yield. Isante. Oh, the reflect! No, Nuke, you missed the Q. So you didn't have the lethal. And now you're gonna die. A GG. Fnatic's winning. Do fucking nothing all game. Let Vi take crabs and get Sundered Sky. Lose a Drake. TP on a play where there's nothing to be done. Crazy thing is, I don't know how Nuke crashed out, you know? Like, he crashed out. He was talking in interviews as if he's LeBron James, you know? Bro thinks that he's going to have 52 team offers when he leaves BDS, bro. Hadouken and Rooster are two imports. I really don't get how these two guys got imported. Rooster was a panic pivot after Irrelevant was insanely bad on BDS. Rooster a little bit more acceptable than Paddock. I still can't believe, you know, on Los Ratones we beat Shifters. Let me remind you, they went Lucian Nikobot when Kaiser was available. Lucian Nikobot. And then Rooster picked Nidalee top instead of something like Aatrox. How do Shifters get worse? I don't know, bro. They just don't turn up. They don't turn up because they need a crowd, bro. Only perform in front of a crowd. Alright. No idea what the hell this was from Razork, you know, he's not paying attention. Like, Aurora's pushing top, nobody's showing on top wave. Why didn't you get co-stream? Did they give you a reason? No. But maybe this week I'm gonna get some closure. I'm having a meeting, and maybe I get some closure finally. And then I'll just go full time into Warcraft 3 and Riftbound. What was it like to coach Razork? It was a fucking pleasure, bro. I really like Razork. Ivanchuk is one of my favorite players ever to have worked with. Really fun, very kind spirit. What happened to Jizuke? He got screwed over by shit management. Pros, all pro first place mid laner, into LVP, MVP, into didn't find another team. Hourglass is a pretty big buy for everybody involved. Hourglass, GAs, I feel like could make blue side get outscaled. Let's see if those items are going to be purchased. Break in 15 seconds. I see 2 items on Paduk. I see 2 items on Rumble. Rooster. Overheating. 5. Level 16 on Rooster. Will he TP to join his bros? This has some chances here for Shifters. This has some decent chances, I feel like, for Shifters. Rooster. Hadouken, you need to have like... Oh my days. Oh my days. What is this setup? Oh my lord. Where's the Rumble? Oh, it's on cooldown. I gotta lie. I feel like I'm watching a different game. You know, I've been watching LPL this morning. I've been watching LCK, LPL primarily, right, on stream. I straight up, I feel like I'm watching a different game. Like, why is this Ashe not hitting the K'Sante? Why is K'Sante, like, pushing on 4 people, bro? Why is that? How is that real? I think in most cases, Gunblade is the best Akali item. You have insane 80 scaling. The fucking slow is insane. The bonus damage from the fucking gun is also insane. Like Gunblade is broken. Do you think Rago is getting too much by the community? I don't know what that means. I really don't know what that means. Like, you mean on Fnatic subreddit, on Twitter, or like, where is this flame taking place? He said that they took Irrelevant only by checking his stats and not the game. I think Irrelevant over Adam was a good choice when it happened. I thought that Irrelevant is giga overrated. I said it always. Another one, a YamatoCannon take that has aged like a fucking fine wine. But I still thought he was better than Adam at the time. Okada 200k was a long-term investment. Wasn't Adam best player of Rogue last year? But best player of Rogue is like, I don't know. All right. Look, I like the Shifters draft. Their gameplay, honestly, their decision making, playmaking, all that good stuff. No idea, bro. Would be fucking hilarious if Shifters results with Shio are so bad in the EWC qualifier that they continue with Bukoda. That would be fucking funny to me. I can't believe that I thought the Shifters would win a game. Okay. Whoa, Yamato streaming EMEA LEC. Alright, it's back. Rooster with the Michael Jarvan lock-in. Pantheon is available. Ladies and gentlemen, Pantheon is available. That's a pivot to Varus. No Ezreal available. I think that Elias Lip will play Jin and Juice. In LCK LPL, we would see high Annie prior from spots. In Europe, teams are not super big fans of this champ. Trimbini will probably go for like Rel or something. Why would Elias Lip play Jin when every ADC is open? Every ADC is not open. He'll play Jin because it's a good combo with Karma and lanes well into Varus. And that's it. They're picking Bard in preparation for Jin, but with Bard locked in, they can pivot to Sivir. Easy peasy, Fnatic, roll with the punches. Good job. Very uninteresting draft from Shifters. What are you gonna blind pick mid, bro? Anivia blind pick. Akali lock-in. This looks like a pretty fucking chill Akali game. Yeah, Fnatic have good matchups across the board. And also they played maybe 58 times better than the enemy. They pick Nocturne and Bard, and then they blind pick Anivia, because Nocturne and Bard should protect Anivia against her bad matchups. And they picked Akali, which can be fine into Anivia. Anivia is fine into Akali, in my opinion. But Akali is very good into Bard and Nocturne. That's why it came. Right, Opposite is looking for a little BF Sword base. Farouk will TP back when he's dropping low. Maybe Opposite will have to base on color something to keep up. Maybe he will break to base TP back. Maybe he'll squeeze an earlier base timer because of TP. I want him to get a little bit loose, you know? Give me some more action. Let me see what's hiding in scrims. Because currently we've had more of the same. Gifts look just so damn timid and nervous and scared. Do we watch the ending of this game? Because this seems way more exciting. Alright, let's come back to Fnatic, okay? Let's come back to Fnatic. Oh my lord, nothing has happened! We have a 2k passive gold lead because Nar is just winning against Yorick in the matchup. Rooster is Bobby schmuttering him. It seems. That's the first piece of action we're getting. Empiros is not dying. Alright. That's what we have. That's the game. He loses his wife. Consider that a divorce. Fnatic have 2 dragons and Nar has a 2k gold lead. Is Fnatic overdoing it? Looks like Fnatic just threw the whole game. Alright. Seems like we tuned in right on time. What a crock of shit. I have a strange feeling this game will go to some ridiculous fucking late game and see if it's gonna carry on 5 items. That's my estimation. This is gonna be some bullshit, bro. I wanna see Nocturne press R and do some ganks. I think holding Nocturne out to defend Anivia on side against Akali is a valid play. If you wanna kill somebody, I think you have to target the Yorick Mori. That's where Nar has full and complete control and they win the 2v2. How did it take Shio mid-season? Team Heretics benched him and they wanted to get rid of him. Apparently, the coach on Team Heretic hates French people. He benched Stand, then he benched Shio. Nuka-Cola flashes Razork's combination in the nation. Plays the whole wave with an RQ. I think Stand deserved it, to be fair. No, I don't think. So Shifters get Stand next split? Lul, maybe. Yeah, that's what it was implied, that Shio benched himself. I don't know, it was all confusing, honestly. What Team Heretics is doing is quite confusing. You know what, Fnatic? It's time to bring Hilly and Whipple back. Come on now. Even Peter Dunn got trolled by Team Heretics, no? He went from like a exciting, interesting youth project with like Mersa, Viteo, Yankos. He took a risk on Ruby and Evie, but you know, they were ass, didn't work out. And then it was like, let's recreate 2019 G2! You know, this game, it's like, you know what it feels like? This exact feeling I'm getting watching this series play out. It's as if a Dementor from Azkaban vacuuming my face into the screen, bro. Didn't see the vision for Fnatic champs. They just drafted for their matchups, really. But if you draft for your matchups and don't win the matchups, yeah, then your champions are not useful. Maybe poke and range is just key because nobody knows how to pull the trigger. I have no idea what Razork is doing, bro. TP flank into that Razork engage is crazy talk. Do you think a coach needs to be challenger to be good? I think it's good if you've reached challenger once in your life, you know, that you have competed at a high level. I think it's very healthy, nutritious. Like me, for example, I was rank 1 at one point. I was a pro player in the ELCS at one point. I think that was very good. Peter Dunn was low elo, if I remember. And honestly, what I've heard about Peter Dunn and his coaching, I've always heard that, like, my impression is that Peter Dunn was always very good at building rosters and building teams. I think he's more of a GM figure than he ever was, like, someone with knowledge. Because it seemed like from everyone that I know that worked with Peter Dunn, like, he couldn't, like, hang in the conversations about the game with them, you know? Which is perfectly fine, you know, people have different strengths. I think what's impressive about Peter Dunn is just how he built rosters. That's it. So you have, you know, you build EG, Splice, not Splice, but like, yeah, I guess it is Splice. Like Splice into the Mad Lions roster. Really good finds. Kazi, Danny, Jojo with Inspired. Yeah, some good moves. Found some good coaches too. But when it comes to like in-game knowledge, I remember he had this take that Keen into the game because he flashed and killed Baker. Alright. Upset. Upset frying. Upset trying. But he's not frying. We're actually going to game 3, lads. We're actually going to game number 3. Holy. 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 Holy Lila. Oh. Yo. Vladimir is from Pentos. Just saved the whole game. Hey. Woo. We're just out here Varus ulting. Alright, upset. Enemy Javan, enemy Javan. Upset down, run Lospa, run. They're trying to murder you. Alright, and that's how the underbullet misses, guys. So who the fuck can predict any of this shit? Oh, that is the longest bard queue I've ever seen in my life, bro. Imagine you walk into the sauna, there is Bard, and there he is with the longest queue ever. Very unserious. We are going to game 3. The only benefit shifters have, I mean Fnatic have, is that the enemy team can't take Nashor. And I actually don't think the shifters know how to end without Nash. And I think the next Nashor, maybe, just maybe Razu's gonna steal it. Why doesn't Nivea have Proto Belt? I have no fucking clue, bro. You expect in the off-season transfer, I'm thinking especially about shifters, SK and Team Heretics. The 3 teams you mentioned are already have planned changes. And the slow queue is rumored to join SK. On your screen, you have a new jungler already for shifters. And then Team Heretics is getting hype to replace Ice. Hype and Way reunited, that's what was planned, yeah? Will Upset carry this game still? Will shifters throw like they did against Los Ratones? Let's find out. Maybe with a 100% crit, Upset can carry. The issue is that Nivea and long-range Varus, very tough champions to crack. Especially if he's Nocturne ulted. That's a bad Q. Varus ult gets cleansed. Nocturne ult used for absolutely nothing. Bad ult on the boy. Nuka-Cola is Javan ulted. Razuk is insisting upon himself. The wife went on a stroll. But the night is full of terrors. And shifters walk away. If I'm Elias Lip here, I say, guys, stop fucking farming my minions. Let me take everything. If I get to 5 items, I will carry the game. Hadukimus. Hadukimus falls. And the Baron is alive. Of course, shifters are gonna wait to make the game-losing mistake right as the objective spawns. No Bard ultimate. But Fnatic have no good way of turning. Shifters are gonna be able to creep in here incrementally. Rooster will throw boomerangs and Nivea will throw spells. I don't think Fnatic can do this. This looks like a losing proposition without the ultimates. Fnatic pause magic. Upset on the flash. Shio le boof. Vladi gets CC chained. Vladi has no flash. Upset can't find an angle to hit the wave because Nivea is zoning him. Shifters actually looking to end the game. No way. No way. Oh! No! Shifters! Oh! Emperors against the world! Doesn't find the shovel on Nuka-Cola. What is happening? Why is the game continuing? No way the game is continuing! Guys, it had to be done. The game had to go to Drake 7. It had to be done. It had to be done. Look at Nuka-Cola, he can proto belt forward here. The Finnish Emperor is gonna proto belt. Wow! He proto belted into the Yorick wall. Oh! Ooh! Is Rusa gonna troll? What is Rusa doing, bro? What is Rusa doing? What is Rusa doing? What? You can end! Oh my... I knew I jinxed it, by the way. I knew I jinxed when I said I have an undergoing. It was 2-1 at minute fucking 22. I knew I jinxed it. Alright. Upset has TP and he's approaching 5 items. That was my Oracle Glass Ball prediction. That Elias Lip will carry on 5 items. I predicted that the games will go to... The game state will go to 6 dragons. Let's see now. Alright. Vladimiros from Bentos. Alright, that's a stun into the wall. Razork Activo is trying to find the angle in, but he's getting zoned off. Emperors with the TP. Akali gets Varro's ultimate. Hadouken is gonna slap him. Longest Bard Q ever, Trimbini. Elias Lip has flash, flashes over the wall. Shifters is... They got it. They got it. It's done. Shifters. Honestly, Fnatic, you had better chances of giving Nash and then just waiting for the int. Wait. 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 It's not over yet. It's not over yet. Legendary KSI song. Come on now. Do we have any KSI music fans? Actually, both of these teams are in the thick of it. And everybody knows. Alright. Razork is coming through. 3,000 health. The Drake is falling fast. Soul for Shifters, but their position is compromised. Upset is in trouble. He gets stunned. Emperor's position, so Upset got stunned. And another. Trimbini MVP. Trimbini MVP. Trimbini MVP. Trimbini. Gone. Time to sub in Wunder, come on. It's time to sub in. Time to sub in. 44 minutes of pain. Shifters taking it to match point. Game number 3, Shifters. Well, mid-lane pool, unironically, guys, Annie is really broken right now. Pantheon, Annie, 2 best champion in the game. Right, we go Azir. You know what? Go Azir, Lucian, Nami right now. Come on now. Oh, Lucian is banned. Caitlyn's very strong here because the enemy showed that they are not going to plan to play Ziggs at all. I think that you can build a draft that might be good against Jhin But with Talia lock-in, I don't think so anymore. Now Jin will get locked. You could easily go Jin Nico here. Pantheon Jin as well. No to lose. Now Jin will get banned for sure. Braum. I don't mind that into Nautilus. But I do think that it weakens Caitlyn a little bit because she can't snowball the lane. You for sure ban Jin here, I think, if you're shifting. If you're gonna ban 80s, probably Jin MF are good bans. Even though Braum is decent into them, I do think these are the two 80s that can lane. Unironically, just ban Maokai. Vayne ban. Why we're banning Rooster Vayne? I guess that's okay. Ace and Vayne ban. They're banning Cannon too then? Renekton is becoming awfully strong as well. Ziggs, Upset does not play Ziggs, bro. No way Upset's gonna play a fucking Ziggs game. Maybe Russo will just pick Renekton on 4 here. Could happen. Cannon. Yeah, now Renekton 4 looks very good. Yurnara gets locked in. And 5 pick here. I don't know. You either go like Maokai. I think Sejuani maybe gives you too little scaling. Maokai can be an angle. Some people like Lee Sin into Pantheon, but I really don't like it with Talia. I think Sejuani gives too little scaling. Kano is better than Sejuani, I would say. I think you just play Maokai, honestly, but... Wukong? I don't know if I like Wukong or Nautilus. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, game number 3. This is the moment we've been waiting for. Yo! Look, Shifter's draft ain't bad, but it only works if you have a soul point fight at minute 22. Who do you think should be the lineup for Team Korea during World Cup? Currently, I would take Zeus, Tanavi, Otazan. Otazan outperformed pretty bad today. You would take Kanavi, Zeus, DDD, Viper, Keria. This lane matchup is miserable. I really don't like Yonara as a pick in this game. I think they should have picked Jin, honestly. Instead of Nautilus on 3, would have been way better. Or Nico would have been good too, I think. I think if you pick Nico away, would have been really good. Too many ults to line up if there's Nico? What are you saying, bro? It's not that deep. Talia is just a fucking useless champ, bro. You got Giga Nerf. Nobody fucking plays this shit anymore, bro. Before that, Talia was like one of the best performing champions in the LEC. Would you consider coaching in CBLOL? At this point in my career, no. If I wasn't engaged, I would 100% consider it. Go to live in Brazil as a bachelor, fucking smurf in the league, live the good Brazil life. I'll be down. But I'm engaged. I have family. I can't move here out from. I'm happily engaged. Like tomorrow, for example, I'm babysitting my godchildren. I'm really fucking excited for that, bro. I feel blessed that I can do that. I'm babysitting them alone, bro. Our little homie Alex and Nico, bro. Gonna read some books and play some football. Fnatic on the board. The level 5 gank. They looped around and felt safe because she was in river. Pantheon cleared a little bit quicker, well, 1 camp less. And sent it straight. When do you plan to get married? We are currently planning, bro. I don't know if our generation was just fucking useless, but for me, planning a wedding is fucking difficult, bro. How the fuck do you find the time to do this shit, bro? I gotta watch Fnatic vs SHFT. TC Shane onto Shio. Shio, low HP. Trimbini getting hit in the back. He's getting back shots. Upset flashes. Can he get one more? Doesn't find Trim because he's in fog of war. Hadouken is trying to pounce away with the double longsword. Doesn't do any fucking damage. Shiatsu massage. Nuka-Cola throwing stones. And 2 kills for Shifters in the end. For Fnatic. Get the dragon. Alright, well, we have more kills in this game at minute 6 than we had at minute 24 last game. So I'm happy. Do you think Zek had the highest peak out of any player in the world? It's up there. I think up there. Like how good he was in Worlds. Definitely one of the best performances. But I think highest peak, I think Chovy. Chovy, Spring Split, 24, MSI. That shit is just mental, bro. Spring Split, Korea, Finals. I don't think I've seen any player play that good. Still chokey in Worlds. LOL. Damn, that's very creative. You're now responsible for the creative department at Shifters. You get to do a rebrand. I think that's how they hired the person who made this rebrand. I'm sorry, I don't need to be. I was here when you fell asleep on stream when you were with Rocket. Good times. That is the OG YamatoCannon fall asleep stream. I got auto-filled. I was playing Soraka in lane, and my ADC wasn't doing anything. I fell asleep in-game. And then Vander walks into the room and says, Yamato, Yamato, I thought you died. Classic. I think they gotta send Keen to... Keen has to go Asia Games, bro. No way you don't let Keen go Asia Games. I think Shifters are gonna be in trouble later because they don't have that first Drake. Bukara has to play out the split because Shio is not eligible to play. Where do you rank Nemesis in LEC as a mid laner after you work with him? I think top 3. Maybe even top 2 on certain champs. Caps is the only player I would 100% put above Nemesis. Everybody else, I think I can make arguments for Nemesis. But currently, Jordan is in really good form. That's why I say Nemesis top 3. Have you not heard Leader is the only mid that can challenge Caps? Maybe in Rock, Paper, Scissors. Maybe in 4 in a row. Maybe in Tic-Tac-Toe. Maybe in Thumb Wars. If what the fuck did I just read? No cleanse on Baduk. Already used Flash. I don't know why like Shifters are in these freak game states where they're winning on gold, but somehow Fnatic have 2 dragons. What's up with that? What is up with that? Makes me feel bad for Striker when I see players doing random shit every game. I don't know, a lot of players that leave Striker's teams really dislike Striker. So it's hard for me to feel bad. It seems like they are playing as random as BDS is managing their off-season. Never forget, 200k for Bukoda. People say the same about CV Max, but D Plus play great. Which player has talked bad about CV Max? Because it turned out in the end that CV Max was cleared for wrongdoing, no? That's why his suspension wasn't long. Ward and his family accused him of abuse. Physical abuse. But if I remember correctly, CV Max was exonerated. I have no idea what Razu just did, bro. I think also a lot of Westerners have opinions that don't work the same in Korean culture. Because let me tell you, I have heard stories from almost every single fucking Korean coach legend of how harsh they've been. Culturally, things are different. You have every right to have an opinion. Culture matters on these things. And I don't think the line is screaming at your players. I have screamed at my players. I have screamed at my players. Do you think that's why Eastern teams always win in the end? China is a fucking strong region because they have a massive fucking player base, massive viewership base. So that's a massive fucking advantage. And also, everyone is more or less culturally aligned, even though China is, of course, so fucking vast. There are so many different dialects, so many different people, so many different cultures too within. In terms of online culture and so forth, this is China's biggest advantage. While Korea have the advantage of esports culture. And also the hyper-competitive nature that leads through entire fucking the entire fabric of the country. Rooster combos on Vladi, but Vladi pushes him away. Talia a little bit too late on the combo. You see how Shifters did everything like in sequence rather than in fucking in the same combo? Because if Rooster flashes and Talia connects, maybe they can just kill, you know? But like this, they can't. Upset with E, I don't think he can reach. I think Rooster's out. Because the hyper-competitive nature in Korea is something that bleeds through to esports too. Guys, the level of competition you have in Korea, to even get into like the best universities in the country, it is crazy how much money and the economy, like there's such a big fucking engine for private tutors and so forth. I think Shifter's game state is really, really rough. You look at the gold differentials. Alia's ahead of Azir. Sure, that's nice. Alia doesn't scale super well number-wise. Ornn behind Renekton. Who honestly cares? The big one is Caitlyn being 2.5k gold behind. It's also, you know, in China, like in Korea, you take great pride in representing your country. I think that's also a massive benefit and a massive angle. Because you representing your country at the world stage, you know, like a big part of your export in terms of generating pride for your country is esports. Korea is a relatively small country in terms of population in the grand scheme of things. And your export being, you know, like in terms of competition, being esports is a very important detail, you know. Do you have any clue on why the Slovenian superstar didn't want to play for ENC? Just no interest? Could be that maybe the qualifier is played during LEC days and they didn't get an auto-slotted invite. And then because that happened, maybe Mickey wasn't playing. And if Mickey wasn't playing, then maybe Nemesis didn't want to play. And then it's just a domino effect. $51 million people is a small country. In the context of being the best in the world at certain things, it is. Alright, well, Farouk was a massive fucking disappointment this game. And that's all fucking over. Fnatic cleaned up their play and fucking massacre shifters. I think Farouk is one of the worst imports ever, bro. And all I'm saying, smaller countries can be the best at something. Fucking Dagestanis are the best wrestlers. But you take pride in what you are the best at, you know? Obviously, League of Legends esports and League of Legends very popular in Korea, of course. That's not my point. It's just on the topic of KESPA, right? We talked about KESPA. KESPA is an esports federation. The same as countries have sports federations. That's how seriously Korea takes esports. They have a federation. They have a government body to represent and make decisions surrounding esports. Alright, shifters. I doubt you have anything to offer here, but you have a chance. Let's see what you got. Let's see what you got. Show me, show you. Eco man. Alright, Razork is looking for the Q smite. Nuke sets a wall up to separate Fnatic. Ornn eased through it to break the wall. Wall comes down. Sheo 1 HP. He gets comboed. Looking for the smite. He gets the smite. The game will continue just a little bit longer. CC chain on Talia. Talia's got a flash. Will she try to flash away? Keeps the flash. Mid lane is exposed. Look at the chase. Shifted players. I think Fnatic are taking the wrong decision here. Like, why the fuck are they not running it down mid? London is just pushing, applying Nash to the wave. They found a little Trimbini. Trimbini says, give me W, give me W. And then they realize he's talking to minion. And they have no concept of voice comp. Who do you think will win the game of Chicken, Kespa or ENC? Kespa will win. They have all the leverage. ENC is nothing without Korea. Here on the flank. Bloody, season though. Upset. Has flash. Flashes towards his bros, but it's too late. Good play from Shifters. Alia falls. Bouncy Castle. CC Chain from Emperos. Reggaeton is playing in the background. Bit of a fiesta. Nice hook predict from Lospa. Flashes out to not find the lethal. Oh, no Panther for Pantheon. Paduk. Little tempo fully stacked. Lospa. Holy. Paduk. Oh. Rambo best. Oh. Double ace. Nice. I think that Saudi Arabia has spent enough money into the Korean esports organizations for there to be some sway. I just feel like Emperos is a worse version of Oscarini. That's how I feel, bro. I think he's so similar in so many ways, but somehow worse. Right? Alright, Upset. Damn, that was your Penta that you got stolen from your son. GG. EWC is not really prestigious, it's just money, bro. That's all it is. And teams are starved for money, bro. Alright, that's GG. Alright. Alright, Fnatic. Good third game. Good for us, guys. We got to go stream an LEC game. I actually have to raid now, so I will not be watching the follow-up to this. Probably we'll continue our coverage tomorrow. Let me just see.